Hi, welcome to your practice. My name is Mona. This will be a nice grounding meditation. So come to a comfortable position, either seated or laying down flat on your back. You can sit onto a chair or with a wall behind you. You can sit up onto a block, bolster, or blanket, ensuring that the knees are dropping below the hips. So once you've found that comfortable posture, if you're seated, you can let the sit bones wiggle around just a little bit and just find maximum comfort. Once we find comfort wherever we are, we'll stay there for the course of the meditation. Start to tune into your breath without changing anything just yet. You can close the eyes or let the gaze soften, maybe gazing down the tip of the nose and just turning your attention inwards. Noticing the quality of the breath today. Perhaps the breaths are short or shallow. Notice where in the body you're feeling the breath. Maybe it's in the nose, cool air in through the nostrils, warm air out. Maybe it's in the throat that you feel the breath. Maybe it's in the chest. And simply noticing without changing anything, without judgment. Now we'll start to deepen the breath, taking larger sips in through the nose. Let it fill up the lungs and the belly, and exhale. Another deep breath in. See if you can send the breath all the way down into the low belly. And notice what happens in the body as you breathe. If you're seated, perhaps you notice the rise and fall of the shoulders. If you're laying down, perhaps you notice the rise and fall of the chest and the belly. And you can even bring one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly to really feel where the breath is in the body. Let's bring our awareness into the body now, and we're not changing anything and simply just noticing. Starting from the crown of the head, let's the eyes. Notice the space between the eyebrows, the ears, the cheeks, the jaw. Notice the neck. And again, we're not changing anything at this moment. Just simply becoming aware of the quality of the body right at this very moment. Notice the shoulders. Notice the chest, the upper back. Notice the ribs, the belly, the low back. Notice the hips. Notice the upper arms, the elbows, lower arms, wrists, palms, and fingers. Coming back to the hips, notice the thighs, the knees, the calves and the shins, the ankles, the soles of the feet, and the toes. And you may have noticed that your attention to one part of the body may be hyper aware, or perhaps you may have noticed that once I called out a certain part of your body that maybe there hasn't been much awareness or feeling in that part of the body for quite some time. Whatever the case might be, that's okay. We'll do another body scan now and start to relax each part. So starting from the crown of the head, notice the eyes and start to let them soften into the sockets. Notice the ears, the cheeks, the jaw. Are you holding any tension there? And that space between the eyebrows is another common place to hold tension. Notice the neck. Start to relax it. Relax the shoulders. Relax the chest and the upper back, the ribs, the belly, the low back, the hips. Let the upper arms melt downwards towards the ground. Relax the elbows and the lower arms. Relax the wrists, the hands, and the fingers. Perhaps you noticed there was still some tension being held in the fingers. Notice the hips. And relax the thighs, letting them melt into the ground. Relax the knees, the calves, and the shins. Relax the ankles, the feet, and the toes. Bring your awareness back to your breath for a moment. And see if you can lengthen the inhalation and exhalation once more. And now start to notice any sounds around you. Perhaps it's quiet enough that you can hear your own heartbeat. Perhaps you can hear some movement inside your body or that your body is making on the surface that you're on. And then start to reach just a little bit further, a few feet away from you, if there are any sounds there. And start to notice any sounds in the far reaches of the room. And start to notice any sounds beyond this room. Letting all of that become this symphony on the landscape of your practice. Bringing our awareness to our sense of sight. Maybe the eyes are closed, but maybe there's some light peeking in. And if the eyes are open softly, simply notice what you see. Start to become aware of any smells in your vicinity. Notice any tastes. And notice anything that you can feel. Perhaps the fabric of your clothing or the texture of your mat. The coolness of the wall. The warmth of your seat. And now let's come into the heart space and tune in with our emotional body. And simply noticing how you're feeling today without needing to judge it. You can name it if you would like. Notice what's going on in the mind. You can name any of those thoughts or emotions if you would like. Or you can simply feel it in the body without needing to attach a label to it. Simply noticing where you feel any emotions. And simply let yourself be with them for another moment without needing to change it. Now bring your awareness back to your breath. Another deep inhalation and exhalation. Slowly start to wake the body up. Maybe bringing some light into the eyes, starting to flutter the eyelids open, wiggling the fingers and the toes, and the wrists and the ankles. Welcome back. Take a moment here just to bask in the sweetness of this practice. Take anything you may have learned on your mat today back into your life, always acting with love, intention, gratitude, acceptance. And may you find peace in your world, and may you find love in every corner of your life. The divine in me acknowledges the divine in you. Namaste.